Hi, I'm Deborah Green, Director of Redeeming Our Communities, and this tonight is the launch of Redeeming Our Communities in Devon and Cornwall. It's the peninsula-wide launch. It's been about 9 months in the making, and we're really excited to be here tonight at the Pavilions in Plymouth. And the VIP reception is just about to start. We've got civic leaders coming from fire, rescue, from police, from probation, the council, the Lord Mayor, MPs, all gathering here to celebrate really the good that we can do working together for the good of local communities. Part of the evening, and one of the purposes is to celebrate and applaud all that is good that is happening in communities across this southwest region.
I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. But me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
Give it what we got, gotta push the tempo cause it's time to rock. Don't stop, never drop, everybody do it loud, singing come on, you gotta bring the house down.
It could be that tonight, as you hear some of the stories, you're inspired to volunteer, you're inspired to send an email of encouragement or get involved. We would love to know, from a policing perspective, what are some of the social needs, if we don't know already, what from your perspective would you say are some of the really key social needs that you're having to deal with on a daily basis?
Okay. Wherever part of the force area you're in, there are those issues. There are issues of alcoholism, people living in the street, people living rough, repeat domestic violence, missing children, missing people, vulnerable people. And policing in particular is great at responding to the incident. But where we're not so strong and where we need the help of the people here, and we work already with many people here, is the long-term solutions that those people need. We're not designed to do that, and we certainly don't have the skills to do that. And the people, particularly in the rural and coastal, but here in the city where there's intensity, the energy that can be brought to those people and their lives and helping redeem communities, redeem shattered lives, working with colleagues behind from fire, from other agencies, health and education, we go so far. And in these interesting times in which we live, the resource to do that gets less and less. The solutions, the long-term solutions to people who are troubled, lie in this room. It's not where we begin and where people in this room begin, it's where we're joined up together is the issue.
Communities is all about people of goodwill working together towards a kinder, safer community.
Street pastors are teams of Christian volunteers that provide pastoral care, listening skills and tangible, practical frontline help to the nighttime economy, usually on a Friday or a Saturday night in at least 19 of our towns and cities in the good old southwest of England.
Tonight, what's your response? Do you think we are going to be able to work together I know that you attend church as well as being a serving police officer, but do you think the two partners are compatible? Can we work together across agencies? Is it going to happen?
Okay, when I became a copper, all right, there were two things on my mind. One was to make a difference in the communities where I worked, and the other one was to lock up the baddies. And I would think most of the coppers and the PCSOs and the police staff here would relate to that, as would the fire officers in putting out fires, as would the probation staff in straightening people out. But we can't do it on our own. And I think what we've seen tonight is a huge variety of voluntary contributions to our communities. And I think that there is a huge potential here for actually working together and saying, okay, perhaps we can take one drug addict off the street. Perhaps we can take one burglar or one violent criminal off the street. And the impact for that on our guys who are racing from one place to the next under increasing stress, I think there is huge potential. And I think, I've nagged these police officers and these PCSOs to be here tonight to catch that vision, that actually together we can make a difference.
If you are a serving police officer, please would you stand to your feet, because one of the things that we always like to do is express our thanks and appreciation. You are on the front line. We think you're doing amazing work, and one of the things that we like to do is express our thanks and appreciation. So if you look round the room, if you are a PCSO, a serving police officer, just look round the room. We appreciate you. We think you're great. We really want to support you in the work that you do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But what the message of tonight is all about is working together for the good of our communities, being people of good news and letting our light shine where it's most needed.
I really enjoyed this evening. It was everything I expected it to be. It was really great to see everybody from Plymouth together, enjoying everything together and supporting our community together.
Fascinating things that are going on in the city that I didn't really know about, as well as some that I did. And the alliances between different parts of the community, the church really, it's good to know it is involved, it needs to be involved even more.
I've come down from Exeter because I'd heard about redeeming our communities and thought it was great.
All encouraging. It was just fantastic to see the church seemingly come alive, with a willingness and a desire just to step out and be light in the darkness, and to have the public agency saying we want to work with you. The door of opportunity could not be wider open, and I just hope and pray, my prayer is that the church will step up to the mark and be part of what God is doing both in this area of the South West but across the country. It's fantastic.